What started as just as a job turned out to be more about understanding people, their aspirations, their struggles, and their turning points.
Right.
That's where it really clicked me. Recruitment is not just about the positions or hiring. It has a lot to do with people. I've really had moments where candidates come back with tears of joy while they land on the right opportunity.
Yes.
That's where it really clicks, and those are the moments that stays with you forever.
Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Dexian Talks, an initiative by Dexian India. I'm your host for today, Vasanta. You know, every organization has builders, people who just not fill the roles but shape the future of the organization. Today we're joined by someone who has done exactly that for 8 years. She has been building talent ecosystem, scaling teams across geographies, and driving the workforce transformation across IT, non-IT, and the engineering domains. Let's welcome our guest, Stefana Dealmeida, to our Dexian Talks. Hi, Stefana.
Hello, Vasanta.
So, Stefana, you started your journey as a technical recruiter and now you've gone on to become an associate director at Dexian, which is just lovely. Your 8 years you've spent like that. And the two things which I wanted to bring to your notice. Personally, this particular episode brings me a lot of joy because about almost 2 years ago, you interviewed me and recruited me into Dexian. And now the tables have turned in such a way that I'm interviewing you and you're on my podcast. And you're one of the first few guests that I am interviewing in this new space that we've moved into recently. I'm very happy about that.
Thank you, Vasanta, for having me. I must say that tables have truly turned from interviewing you back then to now being on your guest list. I'm really looking forward for this conversation.
Yes, same here. So, Stefana, we'll just start from the beginning. What inspired you to step into recruitment and how did your early journey shape the person you are today?
Honestly, before I joined Dexian, I had no idea about the recruitment or the staffing industry at all. While I joined Dexian 8 years ago, I was a complete rookie. Just came in with a simple mindset to learn and explore things. But what started as just as a job turned out to be more about understanding people, their aspirations, their struggles, and their turning points.
Right.
That's where it really clicked me. Recruitment is not just about the positions or hiring. It has a lot to do with people,
Right.
being a small part of someone's journey, and that's what made me really fall in love with what I do.
That's really nice, Stefana. So, going on to another question. So, you have grown from a technical recruiter to now leading a large scale of talent and resource management, right? So, what were some of the defining moments that have changed your trajectory completely?
So for me, it wasn't just about one single moment, but it was a series of few aspects which shaped my journey. To start with, the first thing would be the shift from the US staffing to the India recruitment.
Right.
Because the dynamics were completely different. Starting from a candidate expectations to the hiring pays and even the way we engage with the talent.
Right.
Everything is different. That shift really pushed me to learn, relearn, and unlearn a lot.
Right.
And it did give me a broader understanding of the talent landscape.
That's good.
The second defining moment would be the transition from recruitment to the resource management.
Okay.
Because recruitment taught me to identify and bring in the right talent, but resource management is more about looking at it, at a long-term perspective, aligning people,
Right.
utilization,
Yes.
and making sure the right people are at the right roles at the right time.
Correct.
Both these shifts help me move from just executing roles to thinking more strategically.
That's nice. So, Stefana, you were just talking about the US market. I just want to know how is it different from the Indian landscape, or what are the talent expectations and the workforce planning? How is it different? Your observation on it.
So that's an interesting one because the differences are quite nuanced. The US market is definitely more demand driven and fast paced.
Okay.
People there want more well defined roles, transparent communication,
Right.
and a stronger focus on work life balance.
Right. That's important.
Yeah. While these factors are becoming increasingly more important in India, there is a much stronger emphasis on long term opportunities, growth, and the stability over here.
Right.
But at the core, regardless of geographies, one thing which remains the same is people are looking for meaningful work, respectful culture, and a growth opportunity.
That's, I think, that is the core of it, the environment you work in and how you grow into your role.
Right.
That's very important. So, as someone who has so deeply been involved in recruitment leadership, how do you ensure that the hiring aligns with the business needs and, with the purpose of that long term impact of that individual?
So for me, Vasanta, recruitment is not just about numbers running behind targets. It is more about people. It's helping individuals find the right opportunities while also helping clients equally find the right talent.
Correct.
I've really had moments, where candidates come back with tears of joy, while they land on the right opportunity.
Yes.
That's where it really, clicks, and those are the moments that stays with you forever.
Right.
It's helping someone find something meaningful
Right.
in small ways.
Yes. Stefana, you spoke about client expectations, right? So, having mentored so many teams under your leadership, what are the different levels or what are the different leadership philosophy that you apply while building high performance teams?
So every individual comes to work with a lot of things, be it responsibilities, their personal challenges and struggles. So as a leader, I always ensure that I don't want work to be another stress for my team.
Right.
I truly believe in creating a very calm and supportive environment. And when people feel supported and relaxed, performance naturally follows.
That's really important, Stefana. Understanding what you just said, I think you really work in a high pressured environment. So, how do you keep yourself, your team motivated and resilient throughout this?
So yeah, in recruitment, things generally move fast and the pressure is constant. But one thing, Vasanta, which I've realized, over the years is motivation really doesn't come in pushing people harder.
Right.
You don't need to push people, harder to get the work done or the output out of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes all they need is a little space and the right support
Right.
for them to perform.
Yes.
And also we make it a point to celebrate small wins, a little moment of encouragement and some recognition. That really goes a long way in keeping the team energized and resilient.
Right. Stefana, all that you said till now was really insightful, and it gave me an understanding as to what a strong recruiter you are and what you do here at Dexian. But apart from what you do here at Dexian, I admire you for the strength you carry and your resilience. So, if you don't mind, can I just ask you a couple of personal questions?
Sure.
Yeah. So, alongside your professional journey, you have also navigated the personal health challenges. So, if you're comfortable sharing as to how did that phase shape your life and the leadership and the leader you are today, if you can tell that.
So yeah, I did face a health challenge, a few years ago, and that really did change my perspective on life. So we all live in a very fast-paced world, constantly running behind, some targets, goals, or deadlines. But during my hospital days, one thing which really hit me is, life is not always about rushing. I learned the art of slowing down, practicing gratitude, and also showing empathy, not just to others, but to myself. And that really shaped the way I lead.
That's lovely. I mean, ultimately, taking one day at a time, if I can say that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, for all the listeners who might be out there, who might be going through a difficult phase themselves, if there was one piece of advice, if you would like to share it with them, what would that be?
So when life feels overwhelming, the first thing I tell myself and anyone going through it is to be gentle with yourself. That's the first thing, to do.
Yes.
At the same time, in today's world, I think people are more focused on what's not happening in the right way. We see a lot of complaining, a lot of comparison.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the way, we forget gratitude.
Right.
Not an advice, but I would suggest one experience, for everyone to have it once in their lifetime. If you ever get a chance, visit a hospital, especially the children's ward. You would find incredible strength there.
Yeah.
Kids fighting their battles with so much courage, with a smile on their face. And that's where you realize, how we take things for granted and how truly blessed we are.
Stefana, that was really touching, the experience that you want all of us to have, Before I let you go, I would just like to ask, in over 8 years of your Dexian life, is there one particular recruitment project that is close to your heart that you would want to share with us?
So one project which really stands out for me was, one of our recent agri project named Momente. It was a very high impact, project where we were under constant pressure for hiring and delivering it very quickly. So I had the opportunity to work very closely with Venkat during this phase.
Okay.
And one thing which I've observed and learned from him was, to consistently put people first.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you always put people first over just metrics, you don't just build stronger teams, but you also create something, which is really impactful in the long term.
Yes.
And that's something, I always, I'll ensure I carry forward it.
Yeah. You said Venkat is a people first person, right? So he must have taught you a few things for you to carry on in your recruitment process. I just have a small special surprise. It has come from Venkat. So shall we just see that?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll just flip this over for you and I'm going to read it out, okay?
Okay.
So it says, Stefana, you're one of the most dedicated professionals I've come across. The level of commitment you bring is truly rare. Starting with internal recruitment, despite multiple challenges, you did a fantastic job hiring the right talent across market intelligence, marketing, and sales. You then went on to support the initiatives like EggMarkNet seamlessly. Now, stepping into your role as an RMO and a leader, your commitment continues to stand out. You work effortlessly with multiple stakeholders, always staying polite and positive. I've never seen you angry or express disappointment. You're consistently a strong, positive force. Truly appreciate everything you do. Thank you, Venkat.
So that is a very lovely message. That really means a lot, especially, coming from someone, whom you really look up to. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Stefana, your journey is a powerful reminder that the success is not just about career, but it's also about resilience, purpose, and the impact that we create along the way. From building talent network to navigating life's challenges with strength and grace, Stefana's story is truly inspiring. For everyone listening out there, today's takeaway was that strength is not just about achievement, but it's also how you rise through the challenges. Just like the Dexian's tagline says, Dexian is in the business for good. The conversation with Stefana was really very good. I will see you in another episode of Dexian Talks very soon. Thank you.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.